Backwoods Company asked why and when I consider myself an outsider. I ponder that question in the calm chill of the early mornings in Maryland, before the city becomes occupied by shuffling feet, beeping horns, and flashing lights. The still moments before the world wakes up allow me to reminisce about the breaking dawns of my childhood. Mornings greeted by my daddy handing me my jacket before we head out on a brisk walk to check on the cows in the barn. When I was young, I had a patch of woods behind my house where a small creek fed into a pond, and my friends, sister, brother, and I spent countless hours exploring, catching frogs, building forts, and generally getting lost and muddy. From sunup to sundown, we stayed outside unless we were called in for supper. I experienced true wilderness for the first time in my life when I went to Yellowstone in the summers of '85 through '89. My daddy took us kids up there because he told me it was the last place to fish for free. I wasn't much of a fisherman. The drag and pull fly fish method was too challenging, so Daddy gave me a cane pole instead and told me to pop it up quick when the trout took to the hook. In my early teens, I had never seen anything like the views of the geysers, waterfalls, and wildlife. The experience changed me forever. I returned to Yellowstone right out of high school in '91 and worked as a seasonal employee for 7 years while I studied at Montana State University. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I knew where I wanted to live and call home. My time wasn't all academic or about work. I took every possible free moment to hike, fish, ski, and raft the Yellowstone Territory. It's hard to put your finger on what such experiences mean or why they're valuable, but I think my time outside teaches me something about my own humble place in this hectic world we create for ourselves. After all, if I'm hurried to get to the next moment, what happens to the one that I'm in? I desire to explore at my own pace, without any particular schedule, no deadlines, no phones, no worries. I love to hike my own hike and be carefree. My curiosity makes me need and want to see what is around the bend or up the next hill. Last year, my husband was finishing up his naval career, and I took 5 months to meet him at his last duty station in Washington and explore 12 national parks. I started up north and hiked the verdant Olympic rainforest, Mount Rainier, and continued south to go deep among the giant cedars, redwoods, and sequoias. I camped in the open blue sky in red Utah, sandstone of Arches, Canyonlands, and Bryce, and felt ever so humble to be inside the expansive Grand Canyon. So far, I have visited 22 of America's national parks, and it is a life goal to visit them all. I love to travel, but I also explore locally close to home. It doesn't matter how many times I do the same hike. Each time is different. If I discovered a secret special place, why would I only want to visit it just once? The only thing that matters is embracing the moment of being outside, as the experience is fuel for my dreams when I sleep. There is always the adventure that keeps me coming back for more. The simple knowledge that the ground can be felt with my feet, the sound of crunching leaves heard by my ears, and the scent of the forest to be smelled by my nose. It is worth every step, every steep hill switchback, and any other discomfort along the way, just to know that they will soon be forgotten, with that first ah or wow upon the grand view at the top. It is not a great day until I go outside. I go outside for the views, the ones that can take your breath away, such as eating lunch on the side of the mountain so high in the sky with the hawks soaring at eye level, and then flying down below to hunt in the grasses. These natural moments can never be duplicated within the concrete jungle most of us call home. My frequency to be in the wilderness doesn't matter as much as that I have appreciation for the location when I'm there. Discovering nature rarely happens indoors. One of the most important reasons I love to be outside is that I enjoy being a part of the experience with my friends and family. We all grow closer and become stronger individuals when we share these moments. Only that group will know what I'm referring to when remembering that special trip. Only my husband and I will know which trail should be renamed to the Lone Ranger and why. Only my girlfriends will giggle uncontrollably when I mention the golly muddy campsite. I love the way sometimes my dogs trot up ahead and never show lack of enthusiasm. It humors me when they wait for me around the next bend looking all refreshed and tails wagging. I have to thank my family and friends for giving me all those memories and smiles for the great outdoors. So the original question is why and when I consider myself an outsider. For me, it was not an easy question to answer, and I couldn't answer it with just one phrase such as, I love the outdoors. It started when I was young and continues through today. It goes beyond words. It is the feelings, embracing nature, and the enjoyment of spending time with the people that I love and sharing those experiences with them. As I'm turning 40, I tell my friends that I'm never too old to learn new skills or to dream a new dream. Life is about discovery, embracing the new, and being curious. The bear went over the mountain. What do you think he saw? Well, I don't know the answer to this nursery rhyme, but as long as my feet will take me there, I intend to keep going up those mountains and around every possible bend to see. On, Christina, Inga.